morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Money Monday. Happy Money Monday. I really hope that all of the secured entrepreneurs are having the most fantabulous second quarter ever. It has been crazy productive around here. I want to thank all of the secured entrepreneurs who have come on board at the top of this quarter. I want to thank all of the secured entrepreneurs who are on the calendar right now. Thank you for the feedback that you've been giving for the Secured Entrepreneur Activation. If you do not know what the activation is all about, please go to AurorahDayConsulting.com and check it out. Thank you for emailing me. Please continue to do so at info@AurorahDayConsulting.com. In this video, I'm going to answer your question. A few of you asked about some of the things that you need to be investing in when you're not really ready for an investment account. Okay. I believe you are referencing a video that I may have done some time ago, and you just want some clarity because I'm reading in your emails this, it's a myth. What you're saying is a myth. The number one myth, the number one money myth that's going to continuously keep you poor. Okay. So we're going to get into the money market accounts. We're going to get into the certificates of deposit. All right. You already know that I am Miss Aurorah Dey, and this is the Secured Entrepreneur Movement. The number one money myth that is keeping you in poverty, that is keeping you poor mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially is that you'll need less money in retirement. Now, I'm reading your emails, okay? And it's too many of you who are saying that since you have been on your entrepreneurial journey, you really have not put money in places, which is why you know that you keep falling into the ditch, okay? And you are banking on the fact that you did work for some years prior to you doing your own thing. So you know that you have some Social Security coming, and you are under the impression that when that time hits, if you have not really achieved your financial goals, you're going to have that Social Security to fall back on. Can we get a big red dot on the forehead? Okay, because that Social Security is going to really surprise the mess out of you, just as it has surprised many senior people right now who possibly thought the same thing, who did not have anything in savings, who did not have any investments. They just worked, they retired. Some of them got a small pension. Some people are able to get disability. Some people have been in the military, so they're able to get something from that. However, that Social Security check is so small that they struggle to keep up with monthly rent bills, and they're having to choose between keeping the lights on, keeping a phone on, paying the bills, and also paying for medication. Okay, do I spend money on my medication because I really haven't cared for myself medically? I haven't cared for myself physically. Okay, so now I have high blood pressure. I got to take these blood pressure meds. Okay, I haven't dealt with cholesterol. I've got to take this cholesterol medication. All these things that a lot of people are on out here that are costing them, no matter if they have Medicaid, Medicare, whatever, because they're only getting that Social Security check. Okay. Why is Miss Aurorah saying that this happens to be the number one money myth that is keeping people poor? Well, what's happening is that if in fact you go out, you go through life believing that, listen, I don't really have to do too much. I don't really have to strive or aim to achieve any real financial stability, because if I live long enough, I will be able to get this Social Security check. Okay? If I live long enough, I will be able to get this disability payment, whether that's from the government, whether that's a military payout, whatever it is. There are people banking on the government, okay, to provide a financial lifestyle. Now, everyone's lifestyle is different. Miss Aurorah's lifestyle is different from my neighbor's lifestyle. Okay, your lifestyle is different from your neighbor's lifestyle, even your family members, because you know that there are individuals who will keep the thought process that someone else is going to provide my needs. I don't really have to come out here and make it happen for myself. If I live long enough, okay, I will get some form of government check. It goes back to what I was saying sometime last week, the week before last, about how individuals really believe that they can just be on public assistance all of their lives. So they're not really looking forward to achieving anything great every day. They're not really striving for success in life, especially not financial success, because if I just piddle around on this job for 10 plus years, that's all I need in there, right? I will get some form of, I will get a Social Security check. And so I'm not really concerned with, what job I'm on, if I'm on a job, if I'm happy. It doesn't matter, because guess what? I'm hoping they fire me so I can get unemployment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really, and then I meet a lot of people who have so much student loan debt, OM to the G. I mean, their student loan debt is just ridiculous. And they have already decided that they're never going to get from under it. They're never going to be able to repay these people. Okay. And and I've heard them say, when I retire, I'm just going to get that Social Security check. I might get a little part-time job to supplement that income, but that's just going to be it. They're not looking forward to anything. That's why it's the number one money myth that's going to keep you in the cycle of poverty. If you do not wake up every day knowing that you have made your own way, knowing that you're going to make X amount of dollars today and picturing your future, it's a wrap. Because guess what happens when you retire? If you have children, 9 times out of 10, by that time you're going to have grandchildren. And because you won't be working every day, now you've got more time. Okay, the Most High has blessed you now with more time. What are you going to do? You want to spend more time with the grandchildren. You want to go places now, because you're not hooked up in this job every doggone day. You want to go places. That takes money. Okay, you need more money at retirement than you ever do in your life. Ask your grandparents, okay? Then if you're a grandparent, what do you want to do? You want to help your grandchildren go to college. You want to help them do whatever it is. You want to help them buy a home. You want to help them educate their own children, because I know a lot of people who are actually great grandparents, and now they want to help their children's children, okay? It's a very real thing. So if you don't come away from, I'm just gonna be waiting for this Social Security, or I'm just gonna wait for retirement because I know I'm gonna get something, you will stay in a cycle of poverty. So for the secured entrepreneur, let's get into the type of accounts that you need to start looking into and contributing to, okay, while you're making your way financially. All right, the first bank that I'm gonna name, and many of these secured entrepreneurs have heard me talk about this before, Marcus at Goldman Sachs, OM to the G. I just love this money market account. Right now, Marcus at Goldman Sachs, 0.50% APY, annual percentage yield, okay? 0 minimum deposit to get the account open, no monthly fees, okay? Interest compounds daily. If you know that you are the individual who is not ready to really take the risk of starting a stock portfolio, you need to go and look at Marcus at Goldman Sachs money market account. That's the first one that I'm going to name. The second one that I'm going to name is Ponce Bank. And we can get a little fancy. Ponce Bank, Ponce, okay? I really like Ponce, okay? They have a 0.51% APY. Okay, there is a minimum of a $1 deposit, and there is a minimum of $1 to get the annual percentage yield. Okay, but again, no fees on this account. No fees on this account. So both the Marcus at Goldman Sachs as well as Ponce Bank, no fees. Okay, Goldman Sachs Marcus at Goldman Sachs, 0 minimum on the deposit. Ponce Bank, $1 on the deposit. I mean, you can't go wrong. Please look into that. Now, let Miss Aurorah talk to you about the certificate of deposit, because I'm reading your emails. Let me just break this down to you. First of all, as an entrepreneur, I definitely would not frown on any certificate of deposit, because many people do not know how to manage money. That is just not in them. Okay, so a CD is actually the perfect product, especially for an entrepreneur who comes out here and takes a lot of risk. Okay, now for those of you who do not understand how the certificate of deposit works, you're going to make a deposit. There will be a term on that deposit of how many years you're going to keep that money in the bank, right? The bank then says, for this amount of time, we're going to give you this percentage, this annual percentage rate, this interest rate, okay, for the time in which you allow us to play with your money, because that's exactly what's happening, right? You give the bank the money, all right? You're earning interest, and then you're able to collect that interest at the end of the term. Now, Mr. Roy is going to tell you, again, Marcus by Goldman Sachs. Let me tell you about the 2 CDs that I think are worth looking into. The first one is a 1-year CD. Okay, so this is Marcus by Goldman Sachs, the 1-year CD. There is a minimum of $500. Okay, that is the minimum deposit. Okay, however, the APY, the annual percentage rate on that 1-year CD is 0.55%. If you know that you do not manage money well at all, I would consider the CD. Okay, that is a 1-year term. The minimum deposit of $500. You can do more. Okay, the second product is also by Marcus at Goldman Sachs, and that is a 5-year certificate of deposit. Okay, and on this one, again, there is a minimum of $500 to deposit. You can put more, all right? However, the compound interest rate is 0.60%, okay, for the 5 years, okay? I'm sorry, I would definitely be looking into the money market accounts as well as the certificate of deposits, okay? Right, you know that you can find me, Miss Aurorah Dey, at AurorahDayConsulting.com. And until next time, ta-ta.